as a digital marketer. Now I request Shrishti Bachwani ma'am to please start the session on enhance your brand with social media marketing. Shrishti ma'am, can you please?
So hello everyone. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So hello everyone. I'm Shrishti Bachwani. As ma'am already mentioned about me, I'm the co-founder of brandsfor.com, and our topic is boost your business through social media. So if we go back to time in like around 2010, so people were not sure that whether to use social media or not. So they were quite skeptical that whether we use social media or we should not use it. But right now, we all know that social media is really powerful and we should use social media in our business. Okay, so I'll like to start with a powerful quote. Social media has a power to make you and a power to break you. So social media has been a great help for many organizations like if we say Amazon and for Bavecoop.com and for various other platforms too. It has been a great help to these organizations. Okay, but as communication is very easy in social media, negative word of mouth also. So one mistake in your service, and what will happen is you can't imagine. So I'll share a local example of Pune. So what happened in Pune is restaurant Beehive. A girl said, actually there's a disturbance. Can you guys mute your voices? I guess. Okay, thank you. So I was talking about Beehive. So Beehive, a girl spotted a camera in girls' washroom. So what she did was she posted it in her social media account. And as soon as she did this, people started reposting it. They started sharing it in their account. So a negative word of mouth started spreading and people started avoiding Beehive. So social media can be a boon, but it can be a bane. So we should use social media very effectively. Now let's start with what is social media marketing actually. So it is a sub part of digital marketing. So in marketing there are two types. One is traditional media, one is digital marketing. So in traditional marketing, the cost is high and also you can't do detailed targeting there. Like if you want to showcase your advertisement to a particular segment of group, it is not possible in traditional marketing because you can't stop people from looking into an ad in television or in banners. But in digital marketing, it gives the power to properly target your audience. Like if, for example, I want that certain amount of people should not see my post or only a specific group should see my post, then it is possible in social media marketing. So, of course, the cost incurred in social media marketing is also low because I am showing my ad only to the people who find it relevant, right? So, in television, in banners, what you do is mass targeting. You show it to a mass audience, but in digital marketing, you show it to the specific audience. Now, social media marketing is basically using social media to market your offering. Okay, so using social media platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, all these platforms to market your offerings to the target audience is called social media marketing. So next, can you show the next slide, please? So now what we see is how to use this social media platform for your benefit. So there are few steps you need to follow before entering the social media platform. Like many organizations are there in social media, but not every organization is there to do sales, right? So some people want to sell, but other people also want to create awareness. Like for example, if you see that whether Coca-Cola wants to sell Coca-Cola in their social media platform, no, not really. They don't want to sell the product. They want to people to stay aware and stay engaged with the brand. They want the communication to be happening always. Okay. So not the only objective of social media is sales, but it is to generate awareness. I'll tell you what is awareness. Awareness is basically when a company enters the market, not every people know that company. Like for example, let's suppose my company BrandSword. It is just a 5 month old company. So people don't know about this organization. So we'll use social media to create awareness. Right now, we don't want people to come and buy my services. I want people to know about me. So I'll avoid posting about my services, about my packages. What I'll post is about awareness, right? About digital marketing. Because it's a digital marketing agency, so we'll push the content in such a way that it doesn't seem to be sales. I'll try to create awareness among people about BrandSword. And once they know about BrandSword, I would want them to engage with me. And this engagement stage is called consideration. When people start considering my brand. So what I'll do is, suppose I created a post. Now I used hashtag and defined it properly that who should see that post. So a person come across 2 to 3 posts of BrandSword, and now he started kind of liking the content. He don't know what I offer. He don't know anything about my company. All he knows is there's a company brandsport.com. I don't know what they do, but they just post quality content. So they'll open as soon as the post appears in their home page, they'll open my page. And this is the point when they started considering my brand, right? They started considering the services that I provide. So now they are interested to know what services I provide or who I am. So this is consideration stage. In this consideration stage, engagement comes into picture. In awareness, impression comes into picture. Impression is basically number of people who saw my post. I'm not concerned about the likes. I'm not concerned about the comments. All I want is people to see my content. That is awareness. In consideration phase, I want people to like my content, to mention me somewhere, to share my content, to share their ideas in the comments. So for the consideration stage, what I'll do is I'll start creating some polls on various platforms, like answer the questions, so that if people will answer, I'll get to know that okay, they are considering my brand, they are engaging with my brand. Then comes purchase. Once they have considered your brand, once they have developed this feeling of attachment with my brand, now I'm ready to go on for the sale. Now, after a duration of this consideration stage, I'll start posting about my offerings. I'll start posting about what I am sharing. Okay. So then comes advocacy. Advocacy is basically when a customer purchases my product, they like the product, they like the service that I am providing, and they're very much impressed about it. So what they'll do is they'll share it with their friends, they'll share it with their family. So people who were not aware about my products and offerings right now will now come to my page, and they'll now come to see that what I offer because somebody have mentioned about me somewhere. So this is advocacy. If I like a product, I'll share it with my friends, and as they are close to me, they trust me rather than trusting the company, and that customer will become my advocate because I is doing marketing. Like I don't have to do anything; they'll do it. Okay. Next, please. So now we'll see a campaign. Like as I mentioned, Coca-Cola never uses it for sales. What Coca-Cola wants is to generate awareness. They want people to engage with it and provide quality content to the people. So as we know that in this situation of coronavirus, it's a pandemic and it's a very difficult condition for our country. Some people are not even getting space to live, shelter to live, food to eat. So some people, like what Coca-Cola did was, it identified some people who are helping the country. Okay, like providing them food, by providing them shelter. They are helping a mass number of audience. So this campaign is known as the human race. So first of all, Coca-Cola came up with a video. That video was that it had a song like Umeedon Wali Do Sunshine Wali Asha. I'm sure you might have heard this song. So with this song, it shows various coronavirus fighters like doctors and sweepers, business owners who are still working like medical stores. So it showed all these people in their advertisement, and it had 7 mini stories. These mini stories were about the people in India who are helping others, and it uses this tagline "शुक्रिया हमारी उम्मीदों वाली धूप बनने के लिए." Okay, so this was an awareness campaign by Coca-Cola. It had nothing to do with the sales. It had nothing to do with the product. But you can see how effectively they used the line, that's their jingle, in this communication. So somewhere, whenever I see this post, what will come into my mind is Coca-Cola. Because हमारी उम्मीदों वाली धूप is the song jingle of Coca-Cola. So this is I'm creating awareness, right? Now we'll see other companies doing awareness activities. Next, Shilpa, next. Yeah. So now we'll see how OnePlus uses its platform, its social media platform. So what OnePlus do is it launches its product in social media platform. Okay. So it also don't intend to sell the product online, but what they want to do is make people aware about the offering. Okay, so when OnePlus 8 series was launched, then the launch video, the video of the device, and also the post was shared across the social media platforms, and it is used to generate awareness about the new product or device launched. Okay, next. So now we'll see Share a Coke campaign. Share a Coke campaign, like Coca-Cola not only want to create awareness but also wants people to engage with the brand. So this Share a Coke campaign was a mixture of online and offline campaigns. So here, what happened was, um, they in America, this Share a Coke was started in America in 2014. So in 2014, what Coca-Cola did was they replaced their label, like the label you can see in the picture. They replaced this label. It was written Coca-Cola in it, but it replaced with 250 common names of America, like common names like David, Kate, right? So what they did was they shared this label, they changed this label and mentioned these names in it. So people felt a personal touch in it, like a Coca-Cola bottle which has a name of me in it. Okay, so this gave a personal touch and also it created advocates. Why? Because a Coca-Cola bottle which has my name in it, I'll share it in my social media account to show people. So content was being generated. Over 5 lakh people shared this Coke bottle with their name on social media. Also, Coca-Cola started getting requests from people to get their name printed in the label. Okay, so from 250 names, they switched to 1000 names in 2018. So in 2018, 1000 names were printed in the label. Okay, and this campaign, Share a Coke, got 25 million new followers on Facebook for Coca-Cola. So it proved to be a tremendous campaign for Coca-Cola because it gave a personal touch and people felt that it belongs to them. Okay, and then it came India, and in India they didn't use the names, but rather they used hubby, wifey, bro, captain, and words like this. So you can share this Coke with your hubby, with your wife, with your brother, or anyone you feel like. Okay. Now next, Shilpa, next. Okay. So this was a consideration campaign by OYO. So what OYO did was on World Photography Day, it started a campaign that is OYOcation. OYOcation was basically a campaign in which people were asked to share their picture. Okay, they were asked to share their picture with their friends on the on their favorite destination. Like for example, Goa, Manali, wherever you went, and that's your favorite destination. So Oyo asked them to share the picture, and the picture with the best will get a free stay in Oyo. Okay. So if there are suppose 3 pictures or 4 pictures which get to earn this, they'll get free stay at whichever location they want in India. So this is generating consideration. Like for example, if I share my picture with my friend, what I want is to stay at Oyo, right? I want to stay there. That's why I'm participating in Oyo cases. And also, people all around the country started sharing their picture with the hashtag Oyo cases, right? So it was generating awareness. Like the word Oyo appeared in my content again and again. So what happened was people were considering Oyo. They wanted to stay at OU. The awareness was also increasing because the people would get to know about this campaign more and more, and they'll share the pictures. It will reach the more audience and it will be in turn beneficial for OU. So thousands of people posted their picture with their friends, and 3 of them got an opportunity to get a free stay in OYO. It was sponsored by Crypto. So OYO agreed to give it to 3 people. What Crypto did was they said that we'll provide it to 10 people. Like I'll select top 10 pictures, and these 10 people will get to stay in OYO. Okay. Next. Now comes sales. We saw how it works for awareness, how it works for engagement, creating engagement and consideration. Now we see how it works for generating sales. So basically, e-commerce companies like Amazon, Myntra, Flipkart, all they do is to try to generate sales through their social media platforms. So how do they do this? So they do this by promoting discounts, offers, and coupons that are there in the platform. So they announce sales in the social media platform. People get to know about the sales. As you can see in this picture, up to 80% off on clothing. So what it does is it promotes clothing, right? It wants go and purchase clothing items from Amazon. It is pushing me towards the sale, right? So it is telling about my offerings, about my discounts. So it is directly related to my services and my offerings. So this will come under sales. So I'll tell you what type of posts are relevant to you if you are in awareness stage. So suppose if you are in awareness stage and you are a digital marketing agencies like us. So what kind of post would be relevant is about digital marketing, not about my company, not about brand work. It would be about digital marketing services. I'll create informative posts about digital marketing. I'll create posts how digital marketing can help you, right? And when I want people to consider it, I'll start creating videos about my services, like how these services can help you, right? Firstly, I made you aware about my services. Then I try to tell you that how these services can help you. Now this is consideration. And then I'll say, okay, I offer this, right? So I started with telling you about the services, telling you how it can help you, and then selling you the service. So this is a funnel you should go through. So right now, what I see, there's a trend that people want sales directly, right? Like you have a social media page and you expect that you will get sales from the day one, then it's not possible. You can't get sales from day one. You have to go through this funnel, right? So imagine if you are to buy something, if you know a brand, then only you will go and buy the product. Now at today's time, we won't think twice from buying from Amazon because Amazon has created that brand value. We trust Amazon. So we can buy from Amazon without any tension. But imagine a new e-commerce company rising up. Now they say buy from us. Why will you buy from them if you don't know about the company? There's a credibility, lack of credibility in that organization because that is new. It might be fraud. You might think that they won't provide us services on time, right? So it is very essential that you go through the funnel if you want to sustain in the market. Next. So once you have defined your objective, like why you want to be on social media, whether you want to do a sales on social media or you want to aware people about your services, then comes setting the objective. Okay. So how do you set an objective? So if your product or your services are in introduction stage. So what is introduction stage? Introduction stage is basically when you introduce a product to the market. It is new to the market. So in introduction phase, you should focus on awareness. You should focus on making people aware about your services. As soon as it goes to the growth stage, then you should make people consider your product. In the growth stage, you should be in consideration phase. And maturity is a stage where you will focus on sales. Okay. And to prevent your product and services to go into the decline stage, you have to keep in mind that with sales, you should always follow awareness too. Like right now, if I am doing sales posts in my social media, this doesn't mean that I'll do only sales posts. Okay. I'll also do awareness posts. Why? Because my objective is not only retention, but to gain new customers. Right? So if I'm retaining a customer right now, if I have a customer, I'm pushing my products to them, then my services would be limited. Like suppose 100 people are aware about my products right now, and these 100 people are ready to purchase. Okay, but I don't want my business to be restricted to just 100 people. I also want to acquire new customers. So to acquire those new customers, they should go through the same funnel, because I'm so sorry, just a second. Yeah. So every customer should go through the funnel, starting from introduction to growth to maturity. So they should be aware, then consider your product, then purchase your product. So once you have acquired a maturity stage, majority of your content would be related to sales, but you will not completely stop awareness and consideration activities. To stop your business decline from going into the decline stage. Okay. So next. So as we saw that Amazon did sales campaigns, you will see that majority of the content in Amazon would be of sales. But as I mentioned, they would not stop engagement activities and awareness activities. So this was a post which was kind of an engagement activity for Amazon. Okay. So what Amazon did was tag your sister to tell her how amazingly she bakes. Okay. So when a person would see this post, they will get an urge to tag his or her sister. So his or her sister will visit the page, right, to see this post. Then she will be get aware about Amazon and would start considering Amazon, right? So apart from sales activity, Amazon also does engagement activities and awareness activities. The proportion is definitely low because right now Amazon is in maturity stage, so they'll majorly focus on sales. So 80% of their content would be focused on sales, about promotions and discounts, and about the deals that you can get in Amazon. But 10% content would be about awareness, would be about lead generation, consideration. Okay, next. Now, once you know your objective, once you know why you are on social media and what you want from your audience, you should identify the right mix of social media channels. So before going into the right mix of social media channels, let's see what the social media channels are. So the first one is Facebook. Facebook is the first social media channel that came up. Okay, so it gained popularity above all these. Okay, LinkedIn is basically for business professionals. Like if you want to do business, like if your product is a B2B product, like you want to sell to business, like wholesale, I can say, then you will use LinkedIn, because in LinkedIn you will get business-oriented customers. Twitter, basically organizations use Twitter for handling complaints and grievances. Like if you are facing any issues in the product or in the offerings, you can mention in Twitter. Okay. Instagram is basically a mixture of Facebook and Pinterest. Okay. Pinterest deals with images. If you are an interior designer, fashion designer, then you should consider Pinterest. But if you are a B2B company, then Pinterest would be of no use for you. And Instagram, people like to see quality content in Instagram. Instagram and your content should be different for all these platforms. You should not post a common content across the platform. Some people say that for consistency, it is essential that all your posts are consistent in all your social media platforms. But it is not a good practice because consider that I create memes related to my product and I share it in LinkedIn, then it would not be relevant to the audience. In LinkedIn, people come for getting business related information. It is considered to be a knowledgeable platform, a platform where you can find job, you can share your knowledge with the people. So a meme content would not be relevant in LinkedIn. Okay, so the type of content which would be relevant for all these platforms would be different. So according to your business, you should select the platform you will focus more on. Okay, so as I mentioned, if you are an interior designer or fashion designer, you will choose Pinterest. If you have a B2B business, you will choose LinkedIn. Facebook, you will keep it always on. Facebook should always be on because the majority of the traffic is in Facebook. And nowadays, Instagram is emerging. Okay. Now, if we go on to Twitter, the people in Twitter are quite less in number, but a tweet gets viral in Twitter very easily. So if you want to deal with grievances, if you want to deal with compliments, then Twitter should be a platform to communicating with your audience. Twitter is a platform where you communicate and maintain online relationships with your customers. Okay, next. So once you have identified the right mix at which all social media platform you are about to use, you will build a community. Building a community means once you get into social media platform, only your friends and family, you can convince them to follow you, right? So, but we don't want a page to have only our friends and family. It would be just like a personal account then, right? So I don't want a personal account right now. I want a business account. So I want people to engage with me apart from the people who are my friends and family. Okay. So how do I do that? How do I get more followers? This can be done by keeping my audience engaged and providing them quality and valuable content. Okay. So basically building a community has three steps. One is getting more followers. Second, after you get the followers, keeping them engaged so that you don't lose them. The third one is managing online relationships. So getting more followers, valuable content, keeping your audience engaged, content relevant to them. Like for example, if I came across 2 to 3 posts of a page, I started liking their posts. I followed that page. Now all of a sudden, that page changed their content. So it was a meme page before. I followed that page. Now they have started posting motivation stories in that. So I was not interested in motivational content. So after 2 to 3 motivational posts, what I'll do is I'll unfollow the page, right? So it is very essential that you maintain a consistency, you know your target audience, and according to that, you create the content. Okay. So next one, managing online relationships. Like for example, if I face some issue from Amazon product, I wrote a message to them in their social media account regarding the issue. I would expect that I'll get immediate response from them. If not immediate, within an hour would be my expectation. So managing online relationship is also very important. Okay. So as soon as customer messages you, as soon as the customer messages you, what they want is a response from that. Okay. So you should be active on social media is another requirement to build a community in social media. Okay. Shilpa, next, and it would be the last slide. After that, we'll take a break. So steps to build a community, like getting more followers. How will I get more followers? So by creating a value proposition and by amplifying social media. So firstly, we'll see what is value proposition. Value proposition is what value a customer will get if they visit my page. If you follow a page, then there is a motive behind it. You won't follow a page out of nowhere. Okay? Either you are interested in their product and offerings, or if you are interested in their products and offerings, the second reason can be that you are interested in the discounts and offers that they will post in their social media pages. Third could be the type of product, the type of content that they are providing. They could be humorous, they could be motivational, right? So it depends upon the type of content that they are posting. Okay, so this could be the three values you can provide to your customers. Now, amplifying social media page means getting more followers through amplification. Amplification includes two things. First is through influencers. Second is through paid ads. We'll see this in detail after the break. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Srishti. After the break, we are going to join again. I'll share the link, or with the same link, you will be able to join. Okay, thanks. At 11:50,
Okay.
we all will again
Thank
meet.
you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.